VR games hit a little flat in 2022, but let's hope that 2023 and beyond is fantastic. So here are 10 amazing VR games coming out that I am very excited about. First up is Samurai Slaughterhouse. It's a VR-only physics-based combat game. Sounds like blade and sorcery. Use stealth and creativity or brute force to take on your foes in a vast physics-based sandbox. Battle both humans and demons while exploring a large Metrovania-style open world. Collect items and power up your characters, explore towns, and even interact with NPCs. I love the aesthetic of this game. It really looks like it's a graphic novel come to life in VR. It's mostly black and white, but the colors that get enhanced are things like blood and different items. I really think this game is going to be a sleeper. I cannot wait for it to come out. I'm hoping for like a demo or something pretty soon, but this just looks like a game that I love, and if you like watching this channel, I know you're gonna be excited for this game. So add this to your wish list. Samurai Slaughterhouse. Up next is Hellsweeper VR. Dare to descend into hell? Hellsweeper VR is an intense, roguelike first-person combat experience. Traverse the underworld where every step brings a challenge or a chance. Gain mastery of your weapons and elemental magic, or fall to the unrelenting onslaughts of hell's twisted souls. I am beyond hyped for Hellsweeper. It looks like a combination of things like Skyrim, Blade and Sorcery, Left 4 Dead, Doom, all in an amazing VR experience. And the best thing I'm excited for the most is it lists that it's going to have online co-op, and that is gonna blow me away. The combat looks so fun. You can choose your own fighting style. You could fight with weapons, fight with magic, fight with guns. Like, you could be someone that's the rogue, you could have someone that's a mage and co-op and fight the forces of hell with your best friend. There was a demo for this game about a year ago, and when I played it, it was fun in its own right. It was single player only, but it was a blast. This game just looks like the ultimate VR combat game on super steroids. I know you guys are gonna love this one. I cannot wait to play this one. I am gonna Omega cheat on Blade and Sorcery with this one, and who knows, maybe I will never return to Blade and Sorcery. I'm just kidding, but Hellsweeper VR looks like that must-have game. From a single player experience all the way to a co-op experience, I cannot wait for the launch of Hellsweeper VR. Up next, we have Black Trail. Experience the Wild West like never before in this upcoming action-packed VR game. With detailed graphics, intense first-person action, and masterful storytelling, the Old West has never felt more realistic. I recently discovered Black Trail VR. Someone actually DM'd this one to me, and I thought it looked pretty interesting. I am a huge fan of Wild West games, especially anything in the Red Dead universe, from Revolver all the way to Redemption 2. I'm such a sucker for that, and I feel like having a great VR Western experience could be something that really wets our whistle. It looks like it's slated to be a single player experience only, but that is okay. I'm a tiny bit concerned that the game could be a little bit too linear, and there are some questionable activities and NPCs you fight in this one, but it does look like it can scratch that spaghetti Western feel on this one. It looks like you can even go into like Deadeye mode, for lack of a better term, so I am pretty excited for this game. I would like if there was co-op or something to this, possibly even mod support, but at the very least, it does look pretty cool and it might be an enjoyable playthrough. I don't know much about its replay value, but we will see when it comes out. Moving on is Premortal. Premortal VR is a medieval VR only game. Explore and survive the procedurally generated wilderness. Gather resources and craft gear, build formidable bases, overcome all bosses and trials to ascend. This game recently popped up on my radar and it looks so cool. It looks to be a single player only experience, but an open world survival crafting game set in medieval times that plays like the greatest thing we're ever going to play. The graphics look beautiful for this, which is a little scary for a VR game because that means you're going to need a pretty heavy-duty system to run this. It looks to be a combination of The Forest and Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I personally always thought that Kingdom Come Deliverance needed a VR mod to actually make that game good. What's really got me super curious is a procedurally generated wilderness in an open world. And this game is not just about only, collecting resources and whatnot. Build your own sword, build your own weapons, build your own armor, and go on your own adventures. I mean, you can fight dragons. I know we have Skyrim VR, but we have to make that good with mods. This game looks like it should have been what Skyrim VR wanted to be. There's not much to look at on this one. There's a couple of screenshots and there's a little bit of a trailer here, but I am super excited to see what this will be. Will it be physics-based or will it be wiggle sword? Who knows, but I am very excited about Premortal. Up next is a game called Unshaken. Plan your strategy, prepare your defenses, and lead your band of warriors in an epic VR fantasy battle. Slated to be a single-player experience, this game does look pretty interesting. It's a mix of something like an RTS plus VR first-person combat experience. We have things from friendly NPCs walking to us, to enemy goblins and other knights, and you could fire your cool looking bow at them. And there's also terrifying troll monsters as well. So this looks like it's going to be pretty interesting going up against different monsters and whatnot with your very band of brothers. But I'm interested to see what this is going to be. I hope it has mod support. It looks like it could be a Lord of the Rings fan's wet dream, if it is going to be what it is going to be. I am excited for this one. I'm a little weary on it as well. It doesn't seem to mention anything about it being physics-based, which at this point, most of these combat games in first person have to be physics-based, but this is definitely on my radar. I can't wait to see where this develops and to see more news we get about it. Up next is Kill the King. Kill the King is a cooperative physics-based VR sandbox. Become a deadly assassin and infiltrate massive castle environments to remove a corrupt king. Use your bow, swords, or anything else you find to reach your goal. I'm very excited about this one. I have been excited about this one for what feels like 2 or 3 years since it's been on my wish list. Anything in VR with physics-based that you can also have online co-op, I'm in. I also love the aesthetics of this game. I know some things could be a Unity asset or a placeholder, but from the look at it, it looks like a game like Human Fall Flat plus Blade and Sorcery with physics in VR. It could be the ultimate dream. We don't currently have a gameplay trailer for this one per se, but there have been some alpha tests on this game. But I do know the game is currently on hold while they all work on another project. I really hope that they calibrate and bring all their efforts back to Kill the King, because this game looks and sounds like it could be an epic. I really want to play Kill the King. Up next is Ecraft. Explore the 3 worlds and stop the ascent of the ancient dragon Tetrak in this action-packed online VR RPG. Level up your character, meet new friends, or challenge other players. Now this one is super interesting because it's another VR MMO. I know MMOs are very scary. It takes a lot of time, money, and resources to make a game like this, even in the flat screen. So VR, it could be a little scary for this, but it sounds fun and it looks cool. I mean, even gathering resources and doing tasks looks fine. It seems to be mildly physics-based also. Crafting your weapons sounds interesting. And then of course you can fight the goblins and do the traps. The only thing that worries me about this one, because it's an MMO, a lot of times with MMOs, they take the easy way out when it comes to combat, and they're just like, smack your stick against this person until it dies. It's okay, here's some experience. So I do hope more work goes into the development of the action, because it doesn't seem like the actual action itself will be physics-based in that one. We'll see what happens, especially with other players. I do wonder what the PvP can be. I don't think VR is suited for, melee PvP, but I look to be corrected in the future. Ecraft looks and sounds interesting, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Moving on, we have the Breakin. The Breakin is a 4-player online co-op burglary game about sneaking into houses, museums, and bank vaults to steal everything that isn't bolted down. Use your profits to buy special thief equipment to help you tackle more dangerous locations. Now, this game just sounds like some stupid old VR fun. Not to mention, you can also cross-play with flat screen users. So you have someone on desktop can play with someone that's on VR as well. What interests me is that it says you can steal everything that isn't bolted down. So I wonder if you can literally completely loot a house dry. And moreover, I do wonder what it is like to get caught in this. Are there, cops that stop you? Are there people that live in the houses or the museums that you're looting from? Is there combat? Who knows? But to see something like this man take the TV out of a window and throw it and have it smash the fence is absolutely hilarious. So I want to play this one. It looks really fun in VR. I don't know about the non-VR version, but play this one in VR if and when it comes out. I wonder if the quality of the things you buy are affected. Like with this Smash TV, is it like, you stole a Smash TV worth $0. Try not to smash things next time. So I am excited for this one. 4-player co-op, looting someone's house in the darkness. Sounds hilarious. Our penultimate entry is Cry of Athena, VR battle simulator. Create your own battles by summoning armies from a wide range of historical eras. Fiction and folklore, watch them fight. Intervene with god powers or join in the battlefield yourself. Cry of Athena features a variety of AI, environmental destruction, battle creation, and on-the-ground VR combat. I have been well overexcited for this game for close to 2 years. I've personally reached out to the developers to see if I can get early access. To no avail, they keep assuring me that they are working on it. This looks like a creation of Age of Empires, Ultimate Battle Simulator, and I hate to keep bringing it back to Blade and Sorcery, but if all those things were to make a child VR game, this is what it would be. This is for the ultimate enthusiast that loves creating their own fun. I want to specifically point it out because it says you're creating your own battles, and it has destructible environments and mythical creatures. So if you're someone that's like, oh man, I really want to play a campaign, this might not be for the game for you. But if you love sandboxes and battle simulators, what's not to like with this one? There's guns, there's god powers. It feels like it's all the mods built into one epic game. I cannot wait to play this. I can feel myself playing it for hours, making countless videos on it. If you like, ultimate battle simulators, you are going to love this game. I cannot wait to play this one once I finally get my hands on Cry of Athena. The final game on this list is Blunt Force. Blunt Force is a thrilling VR World War II game that follows 2 parallel storylines before and during the war. Both storylines will converge in a thrilling conclusion that will propel the player to the next episode. Slated to be a single-player game only, this World War II game looks to be the bee's knees. The graphics look super pretty, and it looks to be Omega AAA. The only downside, it's been postponed and pushed back so many times, it makes me a little worried about it. This game looks like it's going to be what EA wanted Medal of Honor to be in VR. The only thing that I have some questions about from the trailer we have is sometimes you don't see the VR hands or the VR body, so I hope it has all the accoutrements that we love and expect from VR. We don't want floating guns or anything like that, but it looks epic. I mean, at least the cinematography from the trailer itself looks epic. I don't know if that's how the game is going to play, but if it does, holy hell. This is going to be an amazing VR experience for single-player games. And there we go, my friends. Those are 10 VR games that I am super excited about. Most of them slated for 2023 with a one-off of TBA or 2024. I hope all these games come out. I've had them on my wish list for so long, and I want to share my excitement with you. What do you think? Are there any VR games I missed? Let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, why not consider subscribing? It's free. Click the little subscribe button and join up. But other than that, I am Rob from Downloadable Content, and I will see you next time.